Hey man, what it is, what it ain't. We're here for another episode of the From the Jump podcast. I'm your host DJ here with a few of my co-hosts and bro hosts, but you know how it go though. Ooh, we got the man, the myth, the legend out of his cave today. We got my boy Abe Linko in the building.
What's good? What's good?
Yes sir, yes sir. And the man, the myth, the legend needs no introduction. Yes sir, Big Meats, the biggest of them all. How you doing, big dog?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm
Okay.
good.
Making sure everybody good. But
Let's get
we're
it.
back, man. It's the start of the NBA season, man. Had to let a few games go by just to, really check the temperature. We can't really talk much about 1-0, 2-0 teams, had to let some games start to pile up, at least in the beginning. So, Meech, you had some ideas on some stuff you want to talk about, man. What we got on the agenda?
Well, the most important, thing of the season is I think everybody should, be watching this team, underrated team, the Lakers. Nigga, fucking, fuck y'all talking about the Lakers. AR-15,
Late show.
AR-15 been killing. You know what I'm saying? Luka just came back, dropped a 40 piece. AR had a 50 piece. Brian still sitting on the side. You know what I'm saying? Bronny getting in the game. You know what I'm saying? He ain't scoring, but fuck it, he getting in.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I mean, interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because, before the season even started, there was reports that LeBron wanted out. He wanted to go to Dallas, different things like that, which I don't believe just because Hollywood, LA is LA and
Exactly.
business wise, that's the best, place for him to be. Now, if you didn't want no state tax, I mean, I get it. You feel me? But other than that, I mean, the team's looking good so far. I think they need another perimeter wing, of course. Luka's been doing what he's been doing prior to his, minor setback, and then Austin Reeves kind of popping off. So, I mean, it's interesting. We'll see as the games in the season progresses. I think they still need a few more pieces if we want to call it a complete championship caliber team. But until
I
then,
got a question.
we'll see.
Second best, Austin Reeves, second best two guard in the NBA.
Is that a statement or a question?
That's the statement. Right now,
Okay.
second best two
Who's
guard.
number one?
You could look at two guards, DJ. Shea is not a two guard. Donovan Mitchell is not a two guard. They're point guards.
Are we talking about height wise, or are we just talking
No, we're
about what
talking
they
about
do? Because
position, what they play at position.
Darius Garland plays the one in Cleveland.
Shit, okay. Austin Reeves, all right, he's second, maybe third. Fuck it. He's second or third best two guard in the NBA.
Hey, what you think?
Um,
He don't know. He
I
don't care.
mean, hey man, he's still not better than James Harden to me.
James Harden,
It's
point
just a
guard.
couple games.
James Harden, point guard.
But he's really
Nope.
a
He
two
played a
guard.
point guard.
I'm not taking him over two guard or James Harden.
Yeah,
He
I'm
ain't
not
better than
asking you
Donovan
to.
Mitchell.
I'm not
Hey man,
asking
you gonna let me talk or what,
you.
brother?
Wait,
Hey man,
wait, wait.
I'm not taking him over Donovan Mitchell either.
I will.
I'm damn sure not taking him over Shea.
He's a one.
Uh, is he?
Yes. Lou Dort.
Okay.
Who's the one? Lou Dort.
No.
All right.
But okay, you got a point. But nah, he's not the best. I don't think well, I guess he's top five. He's top five. I'll let you have
He's
that.
the,
He's top five.
he's two or three.
Top five.
All
He
right.
said
Two, three.
top five, top five. Okay. I'd probably say I would have Jaylen Brown ahead of him. I'd probably have Donovan Mitchell ahead of him.
Nope.
Is
Uh,
Jaylen Brown really a two guard though? Because Meech is giving me flack for saying Shay's a two. Like, is Jaylen Brown a two or is he a three?
I consider him a two because they play
I,
Jason Tatum at the three,
Okay, I got you.
and then they'll start Derek White or whoever,
At the
Marcus
one.
Smart at the
Yeah,
one,
you're
whoever was
right.
there at the time.
Austin
Uh,
Reeves better. James Harden or Jaylen Brown ain't got no left hand.
that's fine. I mean, he's a Finals MVP though.
He got two right feet.
He do. But I mean, hey, he's been hooping. I mean, I've seen a lot of people put up a lot of numbers, and granted, he was doing it in a winning effort. But I mean, can you do that could he be the catalyst to a championship team by himself? I think
I
that's
don't.
what really puts a lot of people in that top five category. Could you be, if there was no LeBron, if LeBron was never coming back, could you be the second best player on a team to go to a finals like a Klay Thompson or, guys of that caliber when it comes to, not saying he would ever be Dwayne Wade, but that number two Robin that can put up numbers in efforts to winning a championship. That's where
Yep.
I put him. So
This is
that's
not a
that's all
debate.
I'm saying. But we'll see. And then obviously another topic for us, man, is the 5-0 Spurs, first time in franchise history. You got a good young core over there with Victor Wembanyama. You got Devin Vassell. You have, which is the crazy thing, you have, and I know I'm saying him before Stephon Castle, which I guess I just mentioned him, but you still got Keldon Johnson, who you paid like 100 M's to
I
sit on the
know.
bench.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's one of the weirdest contract situations. You sign him the very next season, he ended up on the bench. Uh, I mean, just a good young core group of people. I think they need a bona fide number one point or bona fide point guard, a real distributor. They're asking a lot of Wimby. It's one of the things I'm not really a fan of when it comes to the Pelicans, Zion, Wimby, all those guys. Everybody can't be LeBron. You can't ask him to pass
Right.
the ball and score 50. But, I mean,
And play every game also. They're
and
not as
play every
durable.
game. And, Victor is a defender unlike anything we've ever been able to really see in our lifetime outside of like a Dwight as far as challenging, paint shots and really just redirecting people from the rim altogether. I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on the San Antonio Spurs so far. What do you see moving forward for them? We're gonna go Abe. We'll start with Abe first.
I mean, I love what they're doing, bro. Like, I didn't expect them, to get results this fast, and it's still early. Things can change really fast. We know how the NBA works, but I like that young core that they have with Wimby, Harper, Castle. Um, One thing that stands out to me is just their team defense. They don't like Wimby is a hell of a defensive anchor, but on top of that, you got Castle, you got Harper, you got like a group of great defenders. If they can stay healthy, I think they can definitely make some noise. And if, like we was talking about earlier, if they make a move for another, for a bona fide point guard, then we might be seeing them in the finals
Mm-hmm.
potentially.
Another thing that I, just want to put out there before we toss it to Meech is I think, because I believe Harrison Barnes is there, I think that's a great veteran pickup coming from the culture and, uh, the Warriors. He went and did whatever he did in Sacramento, but as a solid veteran 3-and-D guy that can just knows his role, knows where to contribute and how to, I think that was a great pickup for them. But Meech, go ahead.
I told me and Abe was talking before the season started, and we were talking about the teams, and I actually said the Spurs were going to be a team to, look out for. No, they didn't make any big time additions. They drafted well, and I think last year, I think Wimby was a rookie the year before last, right? I think last year and the year before last, they had a lot of niggas on that roster that wasn't clear that this is Wimby's team. They paid Devin Vassell all that money. Keldon Johnson, before Devin Vassell got paid, Keldon Johnson was low key like, their
He was
guy.
putting up decent numbers.
Then they paid Devin Vassell. Then they drafted Colin Castleton. We was like, oh shit, okay. Like, in last year and the year before, them niggas just was not like. I was watching Spurs games and I was texting my good friend Larry. I'm like, do these niggas hate Wimby or something? Why do they not just pass him the ball every single time? Like, he's 7'5", throw it up. He's gonna catch it. Like, and
Right.
he's no one's gonna challenge him. But yeah, I think they're a scary team. I think after LeBron get this next one, you know what I'm saying? Team player guys gotta hope that Wimby isn't a really healthy person over his career because it's gonna be a long 10 years. If this guy, if the Spurs figure out literally just feed him the ball, if the double comes, surround him with shooters, because he can see over defense. So it ain't like, you know what I mean, he is gonna be hard. He's gonna be trying to scramble out of traps. You send a trap, this nigga gonna hold it over his head and throw it to a wide open player. So
Right.
yeah, I think the Spurs is gonna be a scary matchup for whoever they meet them in the playoffs. Because if Wemby stays healthy, which he should, there's no reason why they don't go as far as he takes them. As long as he don't settle and keep doing step back threes, like he took more threes last year than he did like regular field goal attempts. As long as he don't settle into that, I think the Spurs go at least semifinals this year.
For sure, for sure. I think, uh, and it may be crazy to say, I don't think it is, because sometimes you can just see certain things, but I think he is in that caliber, like LeBron, and as
Oh
far
yeah.
as just career saver. He's going to be one of those guys that people that put up crazy numbers at whatever team, whether it be a Charlotte, whether it be a Pelicans, whether it be Portland, wherever, these guys that are really good, but those cities or those whatever just don't have the appeal to draw real
Mm-hmm.
talent to those cities. He's going to be one of those people like LeBron who could bring over a Rondo, who could bring an older Rondo, who could bring over, a Mike Miller, these guys who are good but not the greatest, but his level of play and what he's capable of doing will be able to elevate the team enough to where all you have to do is your part, and I can steer the boat. So that's what I'm excited to see as far as Wemby and his growth, because I mean he's doing it already with such a young group of guys,
Right.
and we all know eventually, for most people, when you get a bona fide number two and they're looking at you like, we don't know if you can pay you that much, they're gonna leave. But then you can get some of those veterans in and just elevate them. Not require them to do as much.
I think what's going to
Um,
determine is going to be his assists. How many
for
assists
sure.
did he average? If he averages at least 5 assists a game, that means that he's going to help those other guys elevate, like you said, DJ. But if he's averaging 25, 28, and 1 or 2 assists, it doesn't matter. Those are, I feel like kind of empty stats. He's just a really good player on a team because on a bad team, like. But he got
Hmm.
to average. He got to be like low key Jokic.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I
he
mean? Like,
can.
He
and I feel
definitely
like there's no
can.
reason. Yeah, he has everything that Jokic can do. He can pass. He can shoot. He can dribble. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't. I see no reason why. It's kind of crazy in the third year of somebody. I feel like we're putting expectations on them, but there's no reason why. You literally have all the tools within yourself.
But I mean, when you can recognize, you know what I'm saying. We did the same thing with LeBron. We did the same thing with Kevin Durant. Whether or not he did or didn't live up to those expectations, uh, he is just he has the perfect mix of, to me, especially this year with as aggressive as he's been, towards the rim, of not the physical aspect, but of a Giannis mixed with a Jokic. He has the ability to go over your center no matter what. There's nothing he can do. And Giannis is another one of those people. Granted, he passes more now because he sees a lot more double teams and traps in the paint.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that isn't necessarily a distributor. He just does it out of necessity. But I think even if that's what Wemby does, or even if that's the extent of Wemby's capabilities, if they can bring in a distributor like we were talking before the pod, a Trey Young or somebody who can get the other guys a few buckets here and there, and also can you know, the gravity in which that Wimby creates, can open up the 3 point line for a lot of guys. So, we'll see again. What we're only 5, 6 games into the season, so excited to see how that young man continues to progress.
I think with Wimby, bro, I think the main thing, like we see what he's capable of doing. The main thing is just that I question for Wimby is his durability. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
long can he stay healthy? You know what I mean? He's definitely, like DJ said, he's definitely a. We can tell he's gonna be a generational talent, but it's just like, can he keep his body like on par with the season?
That's why I
And
said the teams better pray that he doesn't be like LeBron health wise. You know how
Right.
LeBron ran the East for 12 years or whatnot.
Man.
Like the teams better hope that Wemby is just, and it seemed like he's already on par for that. Like he was like, what was
Yeah,
he?
he went to that monk temple and got
Yeah,
right with whatever he was doing.
exactly. Like he's locked in. He studied with Hakeem Olajuwon over there,
Yep.
summer. Like he's trying. I feel like he's trying to win it this year.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how he acting. That's how they got that confidence to him. But like I said, man, it is still early too. So, but I don't know. I'm excited to see like just a change in trajectory with these different young up and coming teams, especially in the West. It's always fun to watch in the West.
For
Okay.
sure, for sure. We got the uh whatever you want to call them, returning champs or champs from last season, the reigning champs. You know, the Oklahoma City Thunder doing what they do, baby. Uh, Obviously, for the most part, they've been able to retain all of their players and everything. You know that they have from last season. I just want to get y'all's thoughts on what you've seen so far, and if you think the Oklahoma City Thunder have a chance on repeating. We're gonna start with you. Go ahead, Meech.
Hey man, take that hat off. Hey, I'm writing down. DJ, who you?
Come on, man. Answer. You ain't even got to the question yet. You talking about what you writing down and all that. You
Who you going
always
for this
worried
year?
about other people and
Nah,
their
nah.
teams and stuff, man.
Who you going for this year, DJ?
Me, I'm a Magic fan moving forward. I'm a Paolo Banchero guy. I'm the
All right.
moved off the Pelicans.
You know what? I respect DJ because he never hopped on bandwagon teams after they win. He'll be a Pelicans fan, a Magic fan. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? A team, he likes the team to, he want to see that grind of them grow. So when they do win, it feels that much sweeter, you know? All right, Abe.
Who do I think is gonna win?
No. Who's your team that you're rooting for?
Who do I want to win?
Nope. Who are you rooting for?
I root for a couple different teams,
Nope.
but the
One.
main team is I'm taking the Thunder. I'm taking
All
the
right.
Thunder to win it all.
All right.
But hey, y'all know me. Y'all know who I stand with always. Also, not always, but also. You can have multiple different teams.
Fair. Because
DJ knows this.
I'm a Laker fan as well, but
See?
I'm just and maybe that was just obviously I got the guy
It
behind
ain't
me.
nothing wrong with that, DJ. You like the Lakers and you like the Lakers.
Yeah,
And the Magic.
The
and I'm
Meech
Magic
going.
got
are
other teams he like too. He just try to act like he is a diehard Laker fan. Don't get me wrong. Meech is a diehard Laker. But there is other teams that he enjoys watching.
nope.
There's not.
Nope.
Come on, Meech.
I hate all these niggas.
Okay. He hates all these niggas. Y'all heard it from me.
I hate all these niggas. I just want us to win. That's it.
Fair.
You've been spoiled, bro. The
No,
Lakers.
bro, no.
We talked about this earlier. The Lakers and the Celtics can literally change. Bro, they could be the worst team in the NBA one year. The next year they can win a championship. They just have the money, and I don't know what it is
It's
about the two
LA.
teams. It's LA, and then Boston. I feel like Boston kind of has that same aesthetic. LA is a little obvious. It's fucking LA. Nobody wants to live in Boston, but they're like a storied franchise. You know what I mean? So
whose fault is that?
It's nobody's, but
nobody's.
it has an appeal that most places don't. Like nobody's rushing to go to Milwaukee.
Nope. I don't like that.
Nobody's rushing to go anywhere but the Lakers.
Who has chosen, name one big time player in the last 8 years who has chosen the Lakers in free agency? Go.
DeAndre Ayton, didn't he?
Man, DeAndre Ayton's a big that's still you.
He's not.
He's a
Yeah,
former
he's a
number
big time
one
He's
player.
overall
never even
pick.
been an all-star.
That's fair, but I'm gonna say this: let's be reasonable. How much cap space has the Lakers had since paying AD and LeBron and all the different people that they've signed? It wasn't that you necessarily had a
Lakers
choice.
have always had flexibility. We traded the Lakers. We don't get players in free agency. We don't draft players and win championships. We trade for niggas. That's how we win. We steal niggas on the free agent market, maybe like good role players.
I thought y'all don't get niggas on free
I
agency.
said big time players. I said name one big time player that chose the Lakers, an all star.
In the
I just
last
told
8 years,
you.
they didn't have the
Ain't
money.
never been an all star.
Okay.
The
Russell
reason why
Westbrook?
the reason why I say the last 8 years is because the last player to do that was LeBron.
What
Right.
about Russ?
We traded for Russ.
Oh, okay.
My thing is, the only thing I'm saying is, again, y'all paid LeBron the bag, y'all paid AD the bag. All the stars, they're wanting that 200, 250 plus contract. So if I can't go over there and get it because you're already paying all these dudes, there's no way I just can't get it going there.
Now
Right.
another part of that is what's that Donald Trump mean? The brights, they're too bright. Turn them off. Niggas
I
can't
mean, that's
handle
true.
them bright lights in LA.
You
That's
got a
That's
true.
point.
that's why players don't go there.
Niggas go to LA and die.
They your career is low key a bigger light is shown on your flaws
Mm-hmm.
once you put on that Laker jersey. Because for some reason, you remember these? I used to say this 3 years ago. For some reason, when niggas put on that Laker jersey, man, they forget how to play or forget how to shoot. They just are never the player that, like them role players. Like AD, he came and delivered. Ron came and delivered. But niggas who like,
D'Lo, Cam
nah,
Reddish.
them,
Yeah,
nah,
you're right.
yeah,
I guess that.
exactly. When niggas put on that Laker jersey, man, it's like deer in the headlights, bro. They So, okay,
But
but back to my point. I just want to say that the Thunder, there's no reason why they shouldn't go to the finals again. Um, they retain their team as long as they stay healthy. They started out with their 6-0. I mean, there's no reason why. I mean, health should be the only reason that should stop them. They're good.
For sure, for sure. And Abe, you said, yeah, you think they're going back, right?
yeah, man, I think it's definitely gonna be hard for them, like, to repeat, to actually win.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like what's driving them is they still have that same hunger that they had last season. Like they playing like they didn't just win a championship.
Right.
And then they bringing young guys on with that same culture, and they're bringing in that same energy, whether it's off the bench or starting or whatever the case may be. But I think they got I don't know, bro. They just got a hunger to them and that I think that like y'all said, if they stay healthy, then they could definitely repeat. But it ain't gonna be no easy task. Not with the Rockets, even though they kind of playing like ass right now. The
Spurs.
Maverick, well, can't even say the Mavericks right now because they looking kind of bad. But the West is kind of changed. But I don't know. They playing with that same hunger, man. Like they acting like they ain't won a fucking championship. So I
For
could see
sure.
them. I could see them repeating. And
I
with
tried.
they brought in AJ Mitchell, which is it's crazy. They're not even healthy right now. They don't have Jalen. They don't have J Dub. Caruso and Casey Wallace kind of been in and out the lineup. But AJ Mitchell he stepped up, and he's having a hell of a season already.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
it's
I
I
tried.
just I just like that team culture, that young grittiness, that hungerness, and I think they could do it. But it ain't gonna be no easy task for sure.
I
No,
tried to
for
throw a
sure.
wrench in their plans. But I tried to break in that nigga Shea Gilgeous' crib. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I heard about that. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That was me. I tried to, try to throw them off their game a little bit.
This dude is a fool. Let me ask really quick before we get on to our next topic. Do you think, obviously, as far as athleticism and overall capability, they're not in the same ballpark? But is it time to start talking about maybe not necessarily a talent, but as a player that SGA is a generational talent of a player as well, or is he not that? I'll start with you, Abe.
Um, man. So for me, bro, like I'm not gonna lie. When I was looking at Shea like grow, I remember him playing with the Clippers. He was a hell of a young player, but it's just like, okay, he's just making the right play. Like he's, high IQ, long. knows how to finish type player. And when he finally came to OKC, he just kind of kept that same core about his gameplay and added a few small things here and there, like the midi. He added a 3 ball. I feel like he got a little bit more crafty and creative. But like at this point, with the stuff that he's achieved, and I know, I mean, he's a Finals MVP, he's a champion, scoring champion too, right? Yeah, like I think he's definitely in talks. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely should be in the conversation for me.
For sure, for sure.
For
Meech,
generational talent or
a
generational?
generational player, not talent.
I mean, we've seen it. Allen Iverson. That's kind of how I would compare it. Like, if you look at if anybody, shit. I mean, I guess it's kind of showing our age a little bit, but I don't. A lot of kids today, they've never seen prime AI, and the reason why I say AI is because his game wasn't built off of going to a spot to get his shot. Going to a move like Kobe, going to that low block, and getting to his move and getting his or Melo getting to the face up. I mean, those type of generational scores. Shea Gilgeous just has a feel for putting the ball in the bucket, and
Yeah.
that's kind of how AI was. Like,
Wherever he's at on the court type
yeah,
deal.
that's
Yep.
kind of how AI was. He never was like he's gonna go left and then go to that left hand floater. Like, it was never that. It was just an abundance of how he would score, get buckets. So I would say yes in that regards. I think he's kind of already like. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer at this point. I mean, he won a chip, won an
Yeah.
MVP, got all these type of statistical high percentage records. I mean, at this point, he's a Hall of Famer. He's already generational. If we want to be real.
Yep, first Canadian player ever on the cover of NBA 2K.
That's crazy.
So
Shout out Shay, man.
shout out, man, for the home team. So
Hey, what Lil Wayne say about how Gucci Meek? Shout
Shout
out
out
Gucci.
Goose.
shout out my
Shout
nigga
out
Gucci,
Shay.
man. I ain't mad at it. So as far as one generational athlete in Wemby to another former generational athlete to an all-time generational crash out YN. John Morant, John Morant and his Memphis Grizzlies, Meech wanted to bring this up. We came across some news. So, Meech, why don't you give us a breakdown of what's been going on over there in Memphis?
You know what I'm saying? So we beat the Lakers, we belt the ass on the Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? So afterwards they asked Ja, what's going on? Why Ja, what happened? I lose. This nigga blamed it on the coaches. They was like they blamed it on the coaches. Whatever. He's suspended for a game, conduct detrimental, whatever to the team. But what I wanted to say is, John Morant has, what was it, 3 years ago, where the Grizzlies made that huge leap from being like a lottery team to 50-win plus team. Like 3 years ago, 2022, 2023 ish.
Top
And
team, one of the top teams in the West.
Yeah, John Morant was on the trajectory. He was on the the up. And I feel like he's, if not plateaued, kind of has not gotten better talent wise. And I'll give you an example of somebody who has gotten better. Anthony Edwards. His game is solid. His pull ups, his jumpers, his turnaround, his way to get the ball in the bucket. John Morant is still not a threat from outside the paint. You know what I mean? Teams are just loading up, waiting for the nigga to run. You know what I mean? And they can run zone against him. Like, I don't know what he's doing. Like you said, YN crash out. I don't know what the nigga doing, and listen to NBA YoungBoy and whatnot. But I think it's gonna come. People gonna start having conversations about it later on this year. About, man, John Morant fell off. Like, he at this rate, I think he's averaging like. DJ, can you look it up, man? How much he's averaging this year for the first 6 games? I would go on. I would be surprised if he's averaging 18 points a game.
Okay, while I do that, Abe, what are your thoughts?
I agree. I feel like he was. They did try to kind of force him to be the face of the league. And I get it, that could be a lot of pressure, but that's what comes with it. You know what I mean? Like,
NBA
you
fucked
know,
up too.
rather you want to do it or not, like, you know, you're still somebody that these kids look up to. Um, you're a professional. You get paid millions of dollars, and I definitely feel like he's been lacking the past couple years. He that what's that saying? Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. That's kind of what's going
Yep.
on with him right now. Like he hasn't added no MIDI really. He got that little push floater. That shit don't work no more. Everybody know what you're doing. You jump, you jumping from the like. I don't even want to get into it. He hasn't improved his game at any aspects, in my opinion. So I am kind of disappointed. I'm not gonna give up on him yet because he's a young guy and I feel like he could turn it around. He ain't he's not an idiot. So I feel like once maybe his dad can have a conversation with him because it looks like that's the only nigga who can get through to him.
That nigga
But
dressed as John Morant for Halloween.
yeah, that nigga might be cooked then, boy. His daddy dressed as his son?
Yes.
That's some
You
wild
didn't see
ass
that?
shit, bro.
DJ, you see that?
I don't even
Yeah.
want to see it.
He had a little
That's
fake dread
crazy.
wig on. And
Maybe that's what it is. I try not to be that nigga that be like, he ain't had no father figure type dude, but
hey,
damn, like,
What Stephen A told LeBron? I'm begging you, as a father.
Man,
but
my
I'm not ready to give up on John Morant, man. I
I'm
think
not
he
either. I'm
has,
just saying
but it
he
is
hasn't
looking that
improved.
way.
Yes.
no, for sure. I mean, that whole draft, the
Oof.
big thing of both of them, Zion and John Morant, and these
Mm.
two phenomenons joining into league might turn out to be one of the biggest disappointments in NBA history. Just the way it's looking at the moment. But Amich, back to your question, John Morant's actually averaging 20.8 points a game with almost 7 assists.
Okay. I
So
mean
So
that's about average John Morant. Like
but
he
20
definitely should be
points.
averaging more though.
That's what I say. 20 points a game. That's not trying to be face of the league. Nike signature athlete average. Austin Reeves averaged 20 points a game last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's cool. I mean it's 7 games, but if shit keep going down like this, he getting suspended. Him getting him getting suspended off of comments off of one game, that tells me that shit has been some internal issues all along. Because if you just come out of left field and then you've never done anything like this, I don't feel like a team would suspend you a whole a game, off of blaming the coaches.
Yeah.
I feel like he hasn't. I feel like he hasn't been on par with whatever the coaching or organization has been doing the last year. But um, I, as far as that draft class, I think the NBA tried to force a new face of the league for whatever reason. They
You
said,
know why? They're getting ready for an era without LeBron.
but LeBron, KD, and Steph are still thriving, and I agree. I understand what they were trying to do, but they jumped the gun. Zion, they tried to push him, and I said if you like when they was trying to do it, I said, man, this is going to be unfair to Zion when he doesn't turn out to be the face of the league because they just kind of pushed it on him. You know what I'm saying? And Mariah Mills kind of shut that down. That year that David Stern would have never let that shit happen, but. And then John Morant kept on playing with guns, and that's who they gave a signature shoe when Nike canceled Kyrie. You know what I mean? Like they might as well kept Kyrie as and pushed him as one of the faces, of the
for
league
sure.
because that's who it is. It's Nike athletes who they push.
But also, I mean, first and foremost, because we can't, even though it's not as publicized, and I love the kid and his game, Anthony Edwards, with all his baby mama
He right
drama.
there with
Exactly.
him, yeah.
Him, you're right. Him too. He can't
And
be a face of the league. Send the
my
video.
thing, yeah, my thing is this: to all the young men, young black men, young men in general. I won't even specify race when it comes to this. But understand this: when you're wanting to be that $250 man, $250 million plus man, understand there's a lot of responsibilities that comes with that.
Yep.
Because if you're making $250 million, there's a chance your team is going to be playing on TV at some point. And if you produce at the way you want to produce, and you want to keep getting $100 million contracts, you are going to be under a microscope by the NBA or the NFL or whatever
Yeah.
organization you play for. So you may not want these things, but if you want that money, those things come with it. So understand that. If you want to be an average guy playing on the bench, and if you want to be Lou Will, be Lou Will. You know what Lou Will did? He showed up occasionally, was that guy, and was at Magic City that night. And you know what? People don't give what Lou Will does.
Right.
You feel me? As much as I love Lou Will, all those role player guys that we admired, we appreciated, on a lot of different teams that we had, the Lamar Odoms and all that stuff. Love them, but when y'all retire, we're not gonna be looking for many interviews from y'all except for some stories y'all got about the actual stars.
Exactly.
So again, man, y'all gotta you gotta understand what you want and understand that there's responsibilities that come with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Other than that, I mean, Meese, did you have anything else?
I was gonna say the face of the league is always gonna be a black American player. Shea Gilgis is not gonna be how one, it's too small of a market.
Mm-hmm.
Two, too I want to say born quiet as an athlete on
Mm-hmm.
the court. He
Yeah, he ain't
just
got much personality.
he's surgical with his shit in the game. He does his job like you said. He get 30 and go home. Like that's he doing his job. You got to have some type of showmanship to be the
Yep.
face of the league. And Zion that was a great idea. Ja Morant, that was a great idea. Anthony Edwards, that was a great idea. But them niggas are all kind of got their own vices. Each one something different.
Mm-hmm.
And they, it's looking like the NBA is going to be in trouble. And I think Victor Wembanyama is going to be. It's going to have to be Victor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of international guys. Well, not a lot, but like you said, Wemby. Wemby is definitely one of the NBA
It's going to be
Luca.
Wemby, Luka. It's not going to be
prospects.
Jokic.
Luka.
It's not going to be
Yep,
Jokic. He's
Luka.
not going to be the face of the NBA. It's not.
No.
You can't. It's not marketable enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Jokic, like
Mhm.
7 foot, 350 pound. Man, Wemby, tall, skinny.
It's crazy how he's been that durable with that. Like,
Build.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
for
hey, it
sure.
is what it is.
But that's the
We'll
thing,
see.
also. Like you said, Meech, I think, the United States has always been, they're always America, right? So the NBA is always going to push that because once it starts, you got the Slovenian or the French guy, then you're going to have the big Americans. Like, man, fuck this. I'm not
Exactly.
trying to watch all these. So, like you said, they're going to be pushing that. I know for all of them, they're hoping Cooper Flag pans out the way that, but we'll see
Exactly.
how it goes moving forward, obviously.
Joe Schmo don't want to have to pronounce a Slovenian name, when he's the average, 40-year-old guy who's an NBA fan. You know what I mean?
Right.
James, Brian, um,
Yep.
Wade, Edward.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are names that they want to, be familiar with, not, Bogdanovich.
Wembanyama. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Vucevic.
NBA. You keep playing, bro. Like it's almost like these international players are more hungry than the up and coming young prospects. Like
Exactly.
the American prospects is kind of like I got this shit. This ain't they gon' like we ain't as hungry no more. We're not as appreciative no more. And
Oh.
they come from the internationals really coming from nothing. At
Mm-hmm.
least that's what we see.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that does change, the NBA loses its value. And it's like, why are we watching NBA games anymore? The best NBA player in the world aren't even from America.
Yep.
But NBA is NBA too. You know what I mean?
For
But
sure. But
I
whenever
don't
them
know.
European leagues start catching up and they decide, hey, I don't have to leave my country to go to another country to make
Yep.
bread,
Yep.
and the TV contracts start popping off over there, and it's all you get. It's I think, like you said, Abe, and that was really profound point. Is like you got Victor Wembanyama, you got Luka Doncic. Shit, I don't watch baseball. I damn sure know who the hell Shohei Ohtani is.
With the
Exactly.
Asian league.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
they talk about he's the greatest player. He
Of all
pitches
time.
and he hits. They're talking about he's the greatest thing ever in the world. You know,
Damn.
so it's like,
When he came,
you.
they stopped talking about Aaron Judge and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. When Otani came, they're like, "This is it. This is the best thing since sliced bread." Game 7, by the way, I'm actually need to go watch that.
Yeah, and then you got people like VJ Edgecombe, which I think his story is he had to come over here, and
Is he not
from
American?
I don't think so. I could
Nope,
be wrong.
he's not an American.
Yeah,
Damn.
so he had to
See?
come from another country. He said he had to come over here because, hey, I gotta get out the mud for my family. Like
Mm-hmm.
I got to do this. I got to go to a different country. I got to go to school over there. And you hear his answers. His answers sound like he's a 10-year vet.
Yeah.
Like, he as far as like his confidence and the way he talks to the media, he knows like, hey, y'all not finna trick me off and think, hey, I'm gonna be a 4 or 5 year player and I'm gonna be out of here. Like,
He
Mm-hmm.
said they lived on a generator for 7 years.
yep,
So
different things like that. So, all you American kids that get famous in high school and see yourself on Instagram, just remember to stay hungry and humble,
Mikey
because
Williams.
yeah, because the same, maybe I won't say his name, but I had an old coach that used to say same thing to make you laugh, make you cry, and that's probably the only good thing he ever said for real. It made a lot of sense because you have a good time playing basketball till they kick your ass out the league because you act like you don't know how
Yep.
to act. But man, with that being said, I think that'll wrap up our first NBA pod for the 2025-2026 season. Again, we'll be
Her
recording Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. My plan is to get those out to y'all the following day. Obviously, big NBA fans over here. We've all been friends for 10 plus years. Talk about this stuff all the time, especially when the season comes around. So we appreciate y'all as always for joining us on this journey. Uh, Feel free to hit us up in the DMs, the podcast, Instagram, whatever you want to talk sports. Maybe you have a good conversation or topic piece for us to discuss. But with that being said, appreciate y'all, and we out.
Peace.